Hey, what's up, ecosystem? Where else can you meet the Sun Country Trailers family and company? That's coming up next. It's Tuesday Nights Live on Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. Welcome back to the show. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Tuesday Nights Live on Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. I want to welcome you guys back to the show. Listen, you guys know I'm here every Tuesday night on YouTube, live on Auto Transport Intel with Tuesday Nights Live. We're talking about all things car hauling. And what do you need? Listen, you can find me on Facebook. If you need car hauling insurance, fuel card, tax services, setting up your authority, if you're looking for auto transport business coaching, car hauling, dispatcher training, or if you're shipping a car and you just need general car shipping understanding, you can go to autotransportintel.com, find me on YouTube, find me on Facebook and Instagram. This is Auto Transport Intel, where car haulers and car shippers work together, where you can learn car shipping, watch Auto Transport Intel, the car hauling business channel. And listen, if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you guys back. You know, you saw the car hauler and you're here. And listen, I'm going to definitely go into the live chat here in a minute. The live chat's a huge part of the show. You don't have to do the live chat. You can just sit and watch, keep rolling down the road and listen to it. That's awesome. So I appreciate you tuning in. And then after I do that for a while, I'm going to go into the industry news. It's stuff I get off of Facebook. It's stuff that if you send me something, I'm going to share it. If you know, those crazy memes that some people don't want, send them to me. I want to see those memes. I like to share them, do a little bit of humor, because after we get through that funny stuff, we're going to go into an interview with Eliza from Sun Country Trailers. I mean, this is really exciting to have Sun Country Trailers on the show, on Auto Transport Intel, spending time with me. We're going to learn about Eliza, and we're going to learn more about her role at Sun Country Trailers and the company in general. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in Brian from Sun Country Trailers also. And then we're going to bring in Ty from CTS Business Coaching, and we're going to talk about Sun Country Trailers. This is the Sun Country Trailer Show. So if you want to know more about high-quality, industrial-grade Sun Country trailers, you found the right show, and I'm really happy to have you with me here tonight. Very excited. In fact, Sun Country Trailers is now the official sponsor of Auto Transport Intel for the month of April. And listen, if you're out there in TV land and you think maybe I can help your company also, let me know. Let's talk. But tonight, it's all Sun Country Trailers. And that's because car haulers love Sun Country Trailers. Let's go into the live chat and say hello. Now I'm going backwards, and I'm looking over here on my monitor. So if you're seeing the fresh live chat, I will get there. I really will. And if you've got a question, man, because I see it here. Let's see. Matt from Anytime Towing is with us. He says, "Let's go." And by the way, let me know how the audio and the video is. I always appreciate that. And I think it's okay. Okay, so Matt says, "Let's go." Thank you for tuning in, Matt. Man, you're part of the core. I really appreciate you tuning in, saying hello. And hopefully there's a little less snow this weekend. And then that just decreases, and then you can get back to regular car accidents. Because Matt works hard at night helping people out. Brian Pepsin is with us. Hey, Jay, tell him I need a 5-car with a ball tower. You know what's cool, Brian? You're going to be able to tell him yourself. And just when I bring on Eliza, when I bring on Brian, we're talking about trailers. You're going to love this show. There's going to be tons of information. And any question you have, the goal is to get that question answered, get you talking to these guys, and get hooked up with a trailer. Bill at Bad Apples, what's up, everyone? What's up, Bill? Thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. It's always good to see you here. The one and only is with me. Hey, what's up? The one and only, part of the core. I salute the core. And Jorge, I need someone to teach me how to do my own dispatch service. Well, I got to tell you, it's part of the ecosystem, all right? Dispatchers, brokers, carriers, shippers. So as part of the ecosystem, I want to help you learn how to understand this industry and participate in it. I do have dispatcher training videos. Go ahead and if you go to YouTube, after this show, of course, because you don't want to miss this, but after the show, go to YouTube and type car hauling dispatcher training, anything like that. You're going to find, I've got a 3-part series. If you go to youtube.com and go to Auto Transport Intel, I have a dispatcher training series playlist. You can start that and, man, kick back, get the popcorn. It's long. It's like 9 or 10 hours. And it's, it's everything. It's pretty much everything that you need to know. Brian says, I need cars. Well, you know what, Brian? We all need cars. We do. And we need a good trailer to haul those cars, especially the heavy ones. You ever make it down to Texas and you see the trucks they're posting? Whoo-wee, you're going to need a big trailer. Jorge, I'm going to start my own company. Need a driver. All right, well, listen, man. And by the way, I'll make this clear. While I teach dispatcher training, I'm not saying do or don't be a dispatcher, but I am saying if you're going to be a dispatcher, this is the information you need to know. So I think that's fair. Fancy beginning at Trucking Answers. What's up, Mark at Trucking Answers? Well, Mark, I always try to have somewhat of a fancy beginning. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in. And had a great time at Matt's. It's funny. It was only a couple weeks ago, but it already feels, it's amazing, right? Time just flies, doesn't it? It's crazy. Manuel, which is better, car hauling or freight? Well, I'm biased to car hauling. I think most people here are biased to car hauling, but I also think folks would say that in car hauling, you can make more, but the risk is higher. So, higher risk, higher reward, that's car hauling. Plus, it's cool, right? It's kind of, you got that. Viper Transport telling, hey, what's up, Vinny? So Vinny just got a 5-car, Sun Country. I think is that right? Did you get the 4 or the 5, Vinny? Keep us posted and let us know. But I just saw a Facebook post that Vinny's first day with his Sun Country was today. I think that's right. So let us know how it's going. Tommy says hello. Hey, Jay, you should go on the road with a car hauler that's drivers a tractor trailer truck for a week and then go on the road with someone that does hot shot. I totally agree, Tommy. I'll tell you what. Dry cough. I plan to do more show on the road type stuff in the future. Get out from behind the desk. And in fact, I'm trying to do as many events as I can right now. So that's a great idea. And I want to keep evolving in the show. So right now it's hard. This show's hard enough to put together. So being at the desk at least gives me that comfort. But like when I did the live at Matt's, the Blue Parrot video, the resolution wasn't that great because we were on Wi-Fi, needed to be on a hotspot. So when you go out on the road, it adds a whole nother level of complexity, but that's definitely in the plan. So I appreciate that, Tommy. Tim, LRT Transport LLC. Hey, Jay, what's up? Looking forward to the show tonight. Cool. Thank you, Tim. Thanks for saying hello. I'm looking forward to the show as well, so that is cool. We have something in common, Tim. Brian says, Jorge, I'm in the process. If you have questions about setting up, taking me just over a month to get everything legal, if to authority, and all that good stuff. And you guys know that if you need help setting up your authority, I've got 2 excellent leads for you of folks that can help you do that. So you can always email me, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Just send me your name, phone number, email address, and I'll try and help you get set up. Oh, by the way, if you haven't already hit that like button, don't be shy. You know, please. I appreciate that. I really do. It means a lot. Tommy, I'm looking forward to this topic tonight. Yeah, Sun Country Trailers is a real car hauling trailer company. Even as an early dispatcher, there were a few companies that stuck out in my mind because these are the companies that owners and drivers talked about, and Sun Country still at the top of the list. So I'm super excited and humbled that they see this as an opportunity to help get the word out, so they're going to be here tonight. It's amazing. Seaport Service, my favorite trailer. Oh, this is so awesome. See, there you go. Candy at Jacksport. By the way, Candy, I'm going to get some extra flyers left over from Matt's because I was out and about so much. I'm going to send you some flyers and some more promo material. And so listen, if you're out there in TV land and you want to help Auto Transport Intel spread the message, get the word out, help me, help be a missionary, you could be an Auto Transport Intel witness. I don't know. Might be bad taste, but seriously, help me. If you want to help me, let me know. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com, and I'll send you some flyers and business cards and stuff. Hey, Jay, it's Marcus from Exclusive Luxury Transport in Las Vegas. Checking in and ready for the show. That's right, Marcus at Exclusive Luxury Transport in Las Vegas is with us. Love that name. Thank you so much, Marcus, for saying hello. It means a lot. Tommy says the sound is good. Kimberly says great. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot. Because I hate it when the sound is bad. In fact, it's peaking a little. Is it too loud? Okay. The sound is peaking. What does he mean? I just bought a used 5-car Sun Country. Okay, cool. So Vinny just bought the used 5-car. Fantastic, man. Candy, hello, ATI family. Kisses from Jacksonville, Florida. Appreciate that, Candy. Truckify says, what's up, Jay? Always looking forward to Tuesdays for your good show. I appreciate that. It means a lot. My whole weeks are now centered around Tuesday night. And so, if you're on the same schedule as I am, that's awesome, man. We're on the same schedule, dude. Cars equals money. That is a true statement. And I realize there's a lot of people out there that don't watch the show, may not need the show. That's fine. But what I'm happy about is I'm building up the archive on YouTube, where in the future, if maybe you do need something, maybe there's something that you realize I would like to know more about X company or such and such truck or trailer or authority. Well, there you go. Go to YouTube and you can watch the videos. So, pretty cool. I just left the tech school to sign up for my CDL. Hey, that's cool. Thanks for letting us know, Heath. Awesome. Great info, Manuel says. Heath says, now I'm going to buy a Sun Country instead of a Kaufman, and it will because of Jay. That's awesome. I'll tell you what, Heath, let me say this. If you want to know exactly who to talk to, it would help me, Auto Transport Intel, to introduce you to Sun Country Trailers and get you talking to them. Please do send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com, with your contact info. I will make the introduction. I'd be more than happy to. And that's exactly what we're looking for. Heath, Sun Country is so much better than the garbage Kaufman. Okay, I'm just reading the chat. Don't blame the messenger. I needed to hear that. There are lots of trailers out there in a novice when it comes to this stuff. Thanks. That's great, man. That's great. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you. Let's see. Candy says, Heath, done. That's a great idea. Sun Country is the cat's meow. Wow. Hello, first timer here comes in, Jen CV. Wow, thank you guys. This is great. Makito, 1984. Hello from Reach Transport LLC from Castleberry, Florida. Well, hello, Makito, 1984. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. That's awesome. And Candy at Seaport Service is in your neck of the woods. Hey, Jen, welcome to the family. Sun Country are built a lot better and stronger. Man, that's what's cool. As we dive into this information tonight, you're going to get to see information about how strong these are built. And you know what we're going to do next week? Is we're going to talk to some actual users and Ben, the service manager. Man, 2 weeks of Sun Country. Woo! Man, that's awesome. Jen says, thank you, Seaport Service. Seaport Service. Heath done. Nice. Will do. Awesome. Brian says, well, Kaufman is built to be lightweight and pulled with a pickup. Them and Sun Country are not even comparable. That's a pretty good way to put it. Chance says hello. Hey, what's up, Chance? Welcome to the show. Marquis, late. What did I miss? Well, you know what's cool, Marquis, is you didn't miss much at all. You know, I say hello to the live chat, and that takes a little bit of time. It's already 8:15, so if you were late coming in, rather than, you know, I don't want to sit here and just stare at the camera and be like, well, you know, we're just going to wait for a few more people to show up. I don't do that. So I try to fill the time, and I said hello. So if you're here, great. And if you're just joining us, listen, we just said hello to the live chat, and thank you for joining the show. We are going to talk with Sun Country Trailers. First, we're going to do an interview, then we're going to open it up to a live panel discussion, and if you've got questions, you're going to be able to talk to Sun Country Trailers. I mean, can you know, let's say you're looking for a trailer. All right, let's say you're looking for a trailer. Maybe you're a new car hauler, or you're looking to switch it up. You had like a single car or two car. Anyways, you're looking for something really industrial grade, right? High quality. What do you do? And who can you reach? Can you reach somebody? You go to the websites and you kind of scroll through. I know, because I've been to the websites. You go to the websites and you're like, yeah, that's kind of interesting. You maybe watch a video, and then a friend calls, or maybe you got to, you know, put the laundry in the dryer, or you got to go replace something, you know, under the hood. You got something else you got to do, and you click off and you leave. You didn't meet anybody. You didn't really get enough information, and you know you got to come back to it later. But you know what you really wish? You really wish you had the name of somebody you could just talk to. You just want to talk to somebody. I mean, I realize this world loves robots and everything, and we all just want to be electronic and strap on the Matrix or whatever with our iPad or our wristband or our head thing. But you know, what if you could just talk to somebody? What if you could just talk to somebody at the best car hauling trailer company, make a relationship, learn more, and get set up, and then get rolling? What if you could do that? Well, you could, you know, oh my gosh, you know what? You could do that here tonight. You're going to meet people from Sun Country Trailers. That's right. You're going to meet actual human beings, right? People with a heartbeat and a conscience and passion, right? You want to meet those people? I want to meet those people, and we got them here tonight. I'm really excited about it. I am excited about it. So what do you got? Where's Hotshot Dave? And I appreciate that. Please do hit the like button. Maybe Hotshot Dave will join the show. That'd be awesome. Does Sun Country have any enclosed trailers? Just wondering. I saw the website but didn't see any enclosed trailers. Now there's a good question you're going to be able to ask Sun Country up close. Cool. Very cool. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's go to industry news. Who wants to do that? By the way, if you haven't seen my fancy schmancy graphics, speaking of fancy, there you go. Car haulers love Sun Country Trailers. That's the show. And I wrote that because Sun Country is sponsoring Auto Transport Intel for the month of April. And I love that. I love their trailers, and I love that they're helping me on the show. It's a great thing. So, you know, we can help each other. All right, so what are we going to do here? Let's do some industry news. All right, have you guys seen the news lately? Been following this? Oh, no. Okay, all right. I mean, I say it like that because I don't want to be on the interstate. That's Friday. April 12th is the trucker shutdown. Black Smoke Matters. Say no to ELDs. We need parking. Reform hours of service. We need more training. It's the shutdown, ladies and gentlemen. That's Friday. All right? Friday, April 12th. Look at the calendar. It's Tuesday the 9th. Don't let this surprise you. All right? So I'm going to, you know what I did? Because it's such a big deal. And this was all over the place at, well, let's see here. Let's try this. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So, hey, by the way, driver pay, mega carriers. Nobody wants. So there's the dude. The guy's like, driver pay, mega carriers. Nobody wants to drive. That's pretty. Now that's funny. All right. I love it. These are the memes nobody wants. Well, I want them. I love the memes. Send them. Autotransportintel@gmail.com. When you lie in your resume and you get the job anyways, that's good. That's good. There you go. Trucker horseshoes. That's a ringer. All right. Now, I don't know exactly how I feel about all of these, but I try to put them in some kind of order. Okay, here you go. Ticket, court appearance, jail, prison. So there you go. So if you got 4, okay. So you go, man, look at that. That's more than a ticket, by the way. That's how you know you are not getting just a ticket. When they've ripped open the car, court appearance, then the sheriff shows up in his pickup. Oh, and now you got another shit. Man, oh man. So there you go. And that's how you know. Now you can gauge it. Okay, oh my gosh. So what would you call that? Death penalty. Roadside death penalty. Oh, cool. All right, Jorge, I'll tell you what. Let's see. What I do is I save the live chat. I'll go back. I'll try to... But do me a favor, Jorge. Send me an email also. Auto transport intel@gmail.com. And it helps me a lot. By the way, you know, because I get phone calls. I'm working on the show. Like Tuesday's show day. I don't answer the phone. And the phone rings and I can't answer it. I'm working on the show. And so, same thing here. Like, if you email me, that'll help me. Because if I forget to email you, I'm already sorry, you know. But I do want to help. I really do. And I appreciate it. Okay, this one's for Ty. Y'all got any more freight? Oh, shoot. Come on. Who doesn't love Dave Chappelle? Brokers, you win. I'm done with this game. Saw this on Facebook. Shared it. That's what it feels like. Do you know how you get to that? You know how you get there? Well, this is interesting. I think that this was shared by Chad Boblet and Rate Per Mile Masters. And by the way, shout out to Chad. I got to meet him at MATS 2019. Rate Per Mile Masters is a Facebook group wants to help you understand what you're up against in different spot markets, right? So like if you're running Atlanta to Dallas, Dallas to Atlanta, you need to know that's extremely competitive. You'd be better off doing like Atlanta to Morgantown, West Virginia. I know that's much harder, but get out of the spot markets that are like saturated. So that's what this is. Look at this. He searched trucks in an origin and got 12,000 matches. So that was 12,000 trucks available. Then he searched loads in the same coded origin and got 5,000 loads. Which, by the way, you can't do this in Central Dispatch. This is on DAT. This is what makes DAT load board way, way, way better. But anyways, and this is a dry van search. 12,000 trucks to 5,000 loads. May as well pick a different route. You got to know what you're getting into, which brings us to, when you don't know what you're getting into, this is how you'll feel. All right? Okay. I hope that helps. Not for nothing, but why are all the lows on Central Dispatch so cheap? Like, do they not know we have an expensive insurance policy? Not know that 98% of us have truck payments? We pay in fuel so much. You know, it's a family show. Like, how are we supposed to make money? I got a little 3-car. I make a little bit, not a lot. Costs about $150, $200 a day in fuel, and I'm at about 10 to 14 hours a day. When are we going to start getting paid? What should we be? Back up north, etc. You know what the problem is here? First sentence. Why are all the loads on Central Dispatch so cheap? What do you think's going to happen on Central Dispatch? You know, when loads get to Central Dispatch, they've already gone to everybody in the network. They've already called everybody they know. They've already tried everything else. Last resort, Central. That's why they're cheap. That's why we made the show last week. That's why people are upset with the truth. I'm sorry, but you're going to keep banging your head against the wall. That's why. CTS Business Coaching. CTS Business Coaching. Oh, here's another one. This is awesome. United Road Logistics. Here we go. Good morning. We received your application to become a third-party carrier, but at this time we are unable to process your application as we do require carriers to have at least 6 months of active authority with their DOT. So you can call us in 6 months if you're still in business. Have a great day. Thank you. Now, I understand. I'm just saying. I mean, you know, you think you just get started? So this is where you're at. 2 crash tests. 2 crash test dummies. Really? Are you serious? No, he's serious. They will load and seatbelt in 170 pounds and 90 pounds. Okay. All right, well, at least you can haul crash test dummies. When you finally... oh, man. When you finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. That was my sound of it. That was like a train semi. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. That's... How much... What is that? 30 cents a mile? Probably. So now you do that. Okay, so then you do that. And then you do that. And now you are that. Boy, oh boy. Living the dream. Woo! Oh, I shared this because Stefan Hars sent me this. I made a promise. Listen, if you send me your images and your memes, I will show them. I mean, oh, no, Stefan didn't send me this. Somebody else sent me. But the point is, if you send it, he will. If you build it. Now that's if you build it. Somebody sent. Did someone send? I saw this guy walking, and it scared. That is freaky. It is kind of freaky. Is that on purpose? Is that photoshopped? That's hilarious. There's something really odd about that, right? It's odd. It's very odd. I don't know. That's the future. Oh, I saw this, man. Dude, this is kind of freaky. All right. This is, okay. I'm sorry. On the margin there, it says, okay, this is robberies per 10,000 people for each state. Check it out. Robberies per 10,000 people for each state. Number 1, Baltimore. Number 2, Cleveland. Number 3, Oakland. Number 4, St. Louis. And then you can go on down the list. Anyways, it's just, I'm not trying to add any insult here, but this is an interesting, I mean, this is data driven, dude. And at the bottom you've got oh dude, Honolulu. Dude, look, if you're below Honolulu, that's good. Cheyenne, Wyoming. You been to Cheyenne? I've been to Cheyenne. Beautiful. Sky country. What else we got here? Let's see, that was 19. Oh, and then I got this. Okay, yeah, I was talking about, listen, if you need, this is great. I shared this on Facebook. If you need if you need a DOT authority set up, again, I know a couple companies, Evil Sizer and also Brian Riker at Fleet Compliance Solutions. This is a neat timeline. This helps you understand, listen, you go through this process, you file these forms, you pay this money, you still can't haul yet. It takes time. So really a good month goes by. And this doesn't even include insurance, truck, trailer payments, etc. So know what you're getting into. The whole point here, oh, cool. The whole point here is to help educate and understand what it takes to get involved in the car shipping industry. There's a lot to know. There's so much to know. And that's why I have experts on the show to help you guys get the information. And, and by tuning in, helping participate in the show, we get more education, information, and so the community grows. And this is a community effort. It's a community show. It's a family show. Let's see. By the way, okay, let's do this. I got to switch the camera. Bear with me. And, oh, I do that. Oh, dang it. I do this all the time. You know what? Here we go. Hang on one second. Guess what I'm doing now? Is I don't like the hackers either, right? So I keep the electrical tape on the lens just like everybody else. All right, I switched the camera. This is the CTS Business Coaching question of the day. You guys ready for the question? What car hauling trailer will help you get and load the heavy big trucks coming out of Texas? Anybody? You seen those big heavy trucks in Texas listed on the load boards? Well, shoot, man, anywhere you go, it's big trucks. You might pull a couple smart cars in. I doubt that's true. But no matter what you pull into Texas, you're pulling heavy trucks out, okay? Sprinter vans, cargo vans, long lifted trucks. How are you going to do that? What kind of trailer is going to help you do that? I wonder. So anyways, while you're thinking about that, don't forget, new car haulers, go to ctsbusinesscoaching.com. You get CTS Transport Business Coaching with Ty. He's my business partner. He's in the live panel tonight. So if you got a question about setting up your car hauling company, you can talk to Ty. And he's going to refer you over to Sun Country Trailers because they're in our starter kit. What's the starter kit, you ask? Good question. Ask Ty at CTS Business Coaching about the starter kit. So listen, here's what's going to happen. After a brief message from our sponsor, Sun Country Trailers, we're going to be joined by Eliza, and we're going to get a Sun Country Trailers company interview with Eliza. She's the marketing and sales manager at Sun Country. You're going to want to stick around. You're not going to want to miss that. I'll see you in a second.
When it comes to creating quality car haulers, precise engineering and expert manufacturing is key. Since 1986, Sun Country Trailers has specialized in manufacturing industrial-strength commercial haulers to fit every need. Each Sun Country Trailer car hauler is built with hand-cut steel and precision-cut parts for consistency and craftsmanship you can rely on. Once built, each hauler is sandblasted and given a rich powder coat finish, after which the hydraulics and wiring are expertly installed. Before leaving our manufacturing facility, each car hauler undergoes a stringent inspection, using a checklist and build sheet to ensure premier quality results. Need something unique? Choose among our wide range of upgrade options for a versatile car hauler that meets your precise needs. Our experienced service department is able to help you with any repairs, maintenance, and replacement parts your Sun Country trailer may need. And because we stand by our industry-leading quality, each Sun Country trailer is backed by a 1-year warranty on both the structure and all non-wearable parts. Learn more online at suncountrytrailers.com or call us today at 866-887-2453.
All right, welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. And that was a car hauler manufacturer ad featuring Sun Country Trailers. And obviously, you know, we're going to have Sun Country on the show tonight. The show is sponsored by Sun Country. And here comes Eliza. All right, so, and again, let me know if the audio and the video is okay. And Eliza's just tuning in now and joining us. And, okay, so I can see you. I can hear you.
Perfect.
I think we're good. Can you see and hear me okay?
All right. I can see and hear you just fine. Is it echoey?
No, I don't have an echo. Do you have an echo?
No, I'm just inside because we're having some weather.
Oh, yeah? What kind of weather you guys having?
There's some wind coming through that's pushing through looks like a storm system. We're going to get some rain here soon.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
up north.
Well, and I've had times where I'm going live. A couple times I've had lightning and thunder, you know, out and about, right? This is the Midwest, but, you know, we're going to knock on wood and hope for the best. And so welcome to the show, Eliza. Eliza, you are the marketing and sales manager at Sun Country Trailers. Is that right?
Yes, I am the marketing manager and the salesperson at Sun Country Trailers.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Marketing manager and salesperson. So, all right, and I have a bunch of your marketing materials here. So we're also going to reference those. But why don't you start us out? Let's pretend, well, I like to say this. Let's pretend we're on the trade show floor. And I just ran into you and you say, I'm Eliza. Tell me more.
Hi, Jay. I'm Eliza. It's very nice to meet you.
Okay, great.
But in all seriousness, you know, I tell you that I have been with Sun Country Trailers for almost 8 years now, but I have been around Sun Country Trailers for almost 20, which is a little crazy. Yeah, because I'm crazy and followed my husband into working for them about 8 years ago.
Okay, all right. And what does your husband do at Sun Country?
He actually is no longer with Sun Country Trailers.
Okay.
He went off to work on his passion, which is custom cars.
Nice.
6 cars. Yeah. So, you know, we to encourage people to live out their dreams while they can.
Absolutely. Hey, that's right. That's
Absolutely.
right. That's what people are doing here. We have a
And
lot
that's
of people
exactly,
following their
yeah,
dreams. That's right.
exactly. And that's what I want to help them do. So really, if I meet you on the trade room floor, if you call me any of those things, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to play 20 questions. And it might irritate you a little bit, but what I'm trying to do is figure out how to help you make money. Because that's what we're all trying to do, so that we can live our dreams, so that we can stay home a little more, maybe, so that, or just make a little bit more money to get that house that we're looking for. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, I want to help you get there. So that may mean getting to know you a little bit.
Speaking of, Sun
Yes,
Country
sir.
Trailers is in Phoenix, right?
Yes, we are in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, so you're based in Phoenix. Have you been there since the inception, that kind of thing?
We have bounced around the Phoenix area for a little while, but now we are on a beautiful 7-acre lot in South Phoenix, and I've, like I said, I've been with Sun Country for the last 8 years. We've gone from a 3-person office and 12-person shop to probably triple that in office size, and I don't even know how many guys we have in the shop anymore.
Oh, awesome. That sounds like a big facility. In
It,
fact,
it is.
you just made me think, isn't Manheim, Phoenix on the south side? Are you anywhere near that?
We are actually right around the corner.
And you
We
know,
are right around the corner.
we never even talked about Manheim, Phoenix, did we? It's just,
We did not in any of our conversations.
I remember.
Isn't that funny?
It is. Well, when I was dispatched, I just had a visual when I was dispatching. I remember. I can kind of picture the area. There's a lot of interstate over there, isn't that right?
Yeah, we're right off the 10, which is one of the main interstates that everybody takes to get from one side of the country to the other. People pass through us either on their way to California or on their way back from California or Nevada, Utah, whatever. And I
Awesome.
usually tell people that when they come to pick up their trailers, not only do they come to visit us and see the facility, get a little tutorial, but they can also pick up a load so they can make up some money on the way back home.
Yeah, no, so that's actually, so if you're in the Manheim, Phoenix area, like let's say you're picking up or dropping off anywhere near there, and you want to take a look at a Sun Country trailer, you can stop by and you're Eliza. Can you ask for Eliza?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Or even if you don't ask for me, I'm probably the one that's going to walk up there and introduce myself and say, let's go look at some trailers.
That's awesome. So I wanna ask you guys in the live chat. I mean, isn't this kind of cool? This is the goal of when I first contacted you guys, I really wanted to put you in front of the audience, like of my audience, which is growing, and get
Right.
people to be able to interact with you. It means so much to know who you can contact and ask questions. So, in fact, you talked about 20 questions. What are some
Yes.
questions you get that people ask you?
Okay, we'll go to the number 2 question.
Okay. All right.
We get a lot of questions about how much weight can your trailer handle?
Awesome. That's a good question.
It's a good question, but it's not a fair question.
That's what, yeah.
And I know it sounds like I'm equivocating, but
No.
really I'm not. It really depends on which trailer, what part of it. I mean, that frame is 1/4-inch tube steel. So there's not a whole lot that can hurt it, but we need to look at whether or not you're hurting your resale, whether or not you are okay with making repairs, depending on what you put on there. And then also, keeping any cylinders for any moving decks safe, or whether or not you're okay with taking the chance on bending one and contacting Ben and buying another one. So it all just really depends on your business, on what you're willing to do, on how long you want that trailer to last you, and kind of what your business model is in a nutshell.
You probably see some interesting stress fractures and things like that, right, from time to time, or somebody just maybe went overboard in the wrong spot?
I've seen some things. Now, my family's in Northern California, so I do take the 10 over and then the 5 up. And I've seen some interesting things on our trailers on that trip. The kind of things that you kind of cover your eyes and go, I don't know who that is. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
but you know, when you call, I'm the manufacturer, so I really do have to kind of have that liability talk to.
Well, and that, I mean, unfortunately, I mean, that's a part of everything. There's always a
Right.
technical and legal side to things. But basically, the market that you guys cater to the most, would it be the 3, the 4, and the 5 car setups?
Yes.
Okay.
3, 4, 5, and any mix in between. Basically, our niche is that versatility of being able to go from carrying box trucks to carrying passenger vehicles, and kind of a little bit of both. So, and we've been able to do that with our 5-car carrier really well. We've done it for a long time with our 4-car carrier. And then, of course, sometimes people, they just want to carry 3 cars, or they just want to go back and forth across town from the auction to the dealership. I mean, we've got 4 auctions that I think of, and I don't know how many used car dealerships just in the Phoenix area.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of hot shotting going around just in our neck of the woods.
Well, it seems like, well, okay, rather than me tell you, you tell me, what are some of the features of your trailers that you find that kind of dazzle owners?
The majority of our clients that we've drawn to us over the years have been of the mentality of if it fits, it ships. And I think that's the most dazzling thing. But moreover, they're amazed with the kind of loads that they can put on. The fact that when we say there's this much deck space, there really is. I mean, even just with our wedges and, 3-car haulers, there's 53 feet of deck space before you even start putting flippers on it. So we try to be pretty consistent in what we're telling people you can haul.
That's a really good point, because I don't know how many times as a dispatcher, and we're definitely on that last vehicle, and right. So many times you're now the driver and the dispatcher are looking at each other. Somebody's got to get a calculator out and figure out how much deck space do we have left, because we're definitely going to get into overhang and things like that. But without enough deck space, some of those things aren't going to matter.
Right. And that also depends on where you're at too. I've learned a lot. I mean, I ask a lot of questions, but that also means that I listen, and I've learned a lot from our clients. Depending on what state you're in, it depends on whether or not you can have overhang off the back or not, overhang between your truck and the trailer. So there's a lot of Tetrising that goes on, and I feel like with that 5-car hauler, we were able to give a lot of experienced drivers an easier way to Tetris, and even newer drivers an easier way to learn how to Tetris those loads.
And you're using Tetris as a verb, right?
I am.
That's awesome.
And I'm showing my age when I do that.
Hey, I know what Tetris is. If anybody out there doesn't know what Tetris is, let us know, or just Google it, whatever. But Tetris is the challenging game where you fit blocks and you have to rotate them. Right, it's much like car hauling. In fact,
making them fit in the right way in order to.
But when, you made me think of a driver I worked with. Sent him to a well-known location, and the broker assured us that, and this is where you kind of hear people get down on brokers, and it happens. The broker assured us that we could fit it. We could fit, I think it was like 3 cargo vans. They weren't small. They weren't the biggest, but they're, I think they were bigger than he let on. And without enough deck space, it just didn't matter. And so maybe he was talking to somebody with a Sun Country.
It's possible.
Maybe.
And to be fair, sometimes the brokers don't get the accurate information.
And I know. You know what? And that's part of it too. I know. So
because I feel really badly when I have to correct somebody on a weight for a vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it, but I don't want you to be stuck somewhere where you can't pick something up or where you break something because it's heavier than you were led to believe.
Well, and really...
There's a lot of dry weights being used out there.
And that's the thing is Googling something rather than talking to someone actually there can be a big difference.
It's like Dr. Google.
I mean,
you don't really want to Google your symptoms and then go to your doctor and tell him what it is that you have. You want to talk to the people that are either doing it every day and have a better idea about it, or maybe get more reference materials. But
so often all the roads lead back to the shipper, and the shipper just sometimes doesn't give all the information. Which, by the way, I wanted to ask you. So you were talking about the Tesla. There was
oh, yes.
Right? So let's.
Yeah, that was super cool. Did you?
I'm gonna share
did you see the tweet?
So I saw what I looked up was let's go to okay, there's a tweet. Let's go to this though. Isn't that a beautiful photo? I wish I would have taken that photo. That's a gorgeous photo. It is a good photo. So answer me this. Are Teslas heavier than regular cars, or are they comparable?
I think it really depends on which package you get, because it depends on how many batteries.
Exactly. Right? It's the batteries.
Because I think there's like 3 or 4 different levels that you can go up with some of the models. Some of the models you only get 2. Trust me, I want a Tesla really bad.
Yeah, well, so many people do. They're really hard to get a hold of. And in this case, the Tesla driver
heavier than your typical.
I think they are heavier.
Subcompact or compact car, yeah.
And so using a Sun Country is ideal because that way you don't have to worry about it.
That way you don't have to worry about it. And I could tell you, I mean, we really geeked out with the first article that we saw online. This is the second one. And I mean, even my guys that are hardcore motor oil gearheads think this is super cool. They geeked out over it as well.
It is pretty well, and it's controversial too. It's amazing how much news there is about Tesla.
Everything's controversial, but yeah.
Right, that's true too. But like Elon Musk is in the news, like I get a new article like every day now. Every day.
I mean, and I was listening to this podcast and they were talking to an author that did kind of a biography up till now and followed him around for like a year. That dude really is kind of weird. Like, but very, very focused. When he gets an idea in his head, that's it. He's doing it. It doesn't matter what people tell him. He's going to do it.
Did you see the bass guitar flamethrower?
Yeah.
That was really odd.
I think that was him just stirring some stuff up.
Right. I thought, actually, I really like the shot of the Tesla against the background of the Earth from the space. That's really, really neat.
That was neat when they launched that up. Yeah. That was cool. I was watching that.
So, I mean, I agree. I do. I'm going to bring that photo back up. I do like this photo.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of color. It's just really... And
clean.
So, I mean, what he's doing again, though, is he's trying to turn the automotive industry on its ear. Maybe he's not the one out there making millions of dollars on these electric cars now, but all the automakers are, sitting there jumping over each other trying to make the better electric car. Now he's doing it with the semis.
I think I think the problem is, though, he's about to start irritating more of his customers.
Oh, I mean, I
right?
know he's irritated a lot of the people that are probably watching that have moved the Teslas for
Yeah.
that company.
Well, yeah, a
I
lot.
mean, I know that there's that controversy as well. And
That's
I
right.
can't answer for another company and why they're doing what they're doing. I think mostly they got our trailers to do those kind of promo shots and to move things as they're announcing stuff more than anything, because what better to put behind a semi than a car hauler where they could put their cars in
Absolutely.
order to make all of these announcements and
And
promo
and
opportunities.
even though they own some of their own equipment for the
Mhm.
photo shoot to make sure they've got a good looking trailer, they chose
Sun Country
Sun Country
Trailers.
Trailers. It's
Absolutely.
pretty cool,
Absolutely.
right?
We're extremely happy for it.
That is
We
really
are.
cool. And speaking of customers, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys, you have a great reputation because you stand behind your customers.
We
All right.
we really do try to. I mean, we want to make sure that everybody is moving and making money. We try to cover our warranties as quickly as possible. We will hand out strategies to get people in and out of the shop so they're on the road. I mean, if you're not moving, you're not making money. So, and we do understand that. We try to help that as much as we possibly can.
I was going to show, let's do
Oh
this.
gosh.
Let's go to, all right, so this is where, if you want to learn more
Oh
about
yeah.
Sun Country, you go to suncountrytrailers.com. That's a good place to start, right?
Definitely start there.
All
And
right.
there's some good information there, but if you have questions, call us. That's the toll-free number right there, right on the top. You can't miss it. That email address at the very top will get you to me. You
Okay.
know, give us a call and we'll be happy to talk to you.
So if you are, let's see, you got info, I'm just going to say it, info at suncountrytrailers.com.
Yeah, pretty
And
simple.
you can ask for Eliza. You can talk to anybody there,
Oh, yeah.
that's what. And again, that's one of the reasons I want to help make you guys visible. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just a great company, but you are real people. You can ask real questions and talk to,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
so that's why we're here. So 866-887-2453 is the phone number,
The
and
only thing I
yeah.
can't do
Mm-hmm.
is answer one call when I'm on another.
Oh
So if you
yeah.
guys give me a little bit of grace, I will get back to you.
That's that's fair. All right, and so if you're looking for a three car, four car, or five car, high
Mhm.
quality industrial trailer, then this
Yeah.
is where you need to go.
Yeah, for sure. And we know we're heavy guys. You know, we know what we build is heavy, but the reason that it's heavy is because of the material that we're using. Just to make sure that you can move those trucks I was hearing about that come out of Texas.
That's right. Let me tell you, as a dispatch, I'm serious. As a dispatcher, all right, as a
Yeah.
dispatcher, I mean, I'd be looking at the load boards.
Hmm.
I know, but I'm looking at the load boards, and it's all these big giant trucks,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
we're maxing out. It's killing us.
I have a client. Actually, I have now three clients because he got two of his buddies to purchase trailers, but in the Midwest, like up in the Michigan area, and that's all they move. That's all they move all
Oh
day
yeah,
long, every day, 6 days a week, because
right.
they're crazy. Is trucks.
Yeah, and
So
that's the
if
good.
that's all you're moving, talk to me. I can help you figure out how to move them.
That's because that's the good paying stuff. Like, in fact, there are some brokers, they don't move anything else. It's just vans and trucks all day, and they're the ones
Right.
paying good. I wanna move
Oh
those
yeah.
loads. You know.
Well, the unfortunate part is that you really got to look at what's out
Look
there.
at that.
And yeah, that
That's
was fun.
that's a good load, and you got your belly cars, but
Hmm.
I mean, you can take some weight on the upper middle deck, which is
Hmm.
great, and you're not worried about your height on the front. And then on the back, you can throw your ambulance or your aircraft carrier.
Yeah, your aircraft carrier.
I'm telling you, somebody's going to
I've seen
post that.
semis and wreckers back there. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I just posted. I had a. Did you see there was a semi on a high mount in the in industry news? I've never seen that. And somebody had a drive and semi.
I believe it.
And
I believe it.
yeah.
I mean, I've seen what people pull up in when they come in for parts or repairs, what they have hanging off the flippers. It's amazing. And some of these loads we've done, this one.
Yeah, tell me about this one.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
So this driver came in for a repair, and I was going back to check on a client's build. And as I was walking past, I started drooling over the old cars. And then I had to pull out my phone, and believe it or not, this is an iPhone picture, guys.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, that's really good.
And just, got down low a little bit just to get the right angle, and got that photo. So this is somebody that just before he unloaded, so we could do, a couple of repairs. And I think, again, it was probably the flippers in the back and some other little thing. It wasn't even a big deal, but I thought that this was a really nice photo to show what you can do. And this is professionally loaded. A lot of the pictures that I do end up using are things that we load. And I'll be honest, we don't really know what we're doing. So sometimes some of my more experienced drivers will tell me that we're over height. And you know what? We probably are. In fact, we more than likely are. But we're just trying to show spacing. Well, so when these guys come in loaded, I like to get those photos too.
What's cool, exactly, when you've got, you've got your product, you guys, your expertise is creating the product. Exactly. And then you've got an expert car hauler. You put those two things together. I know my buddy Don, he was on the last show, and he used to load, he had, I think it was the Low Pro, and he loaded it like crazy. I mean, I couldn't believe, I was making money because he had a Sun Country that he knew how to load, man. He'd let that load it. Oh man, it was awesome.
Just if you look at the way that this driver here loaded this trailer, I mean, the lightest part of the truck on the very first position is on that shotgun ramp in the front, and his heavy part is right over the support for the cylinders. So he's not putting additional weight on there as he's going down the road, right? That's beautiful. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The manufacturer couldn't ask for better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if you go down to position number 4, that is one of our most popular options, which is our drop belly.
Mm-hmm.
You see how it just tucks that car there like it's almost not even there?
It's amazing.
Isn't it?
It is.
Beautiful.
And that's what's neat too is that as a dispatcher, I'm looking on the boards and I'll see like a 66 Impala. I'm like, we can't fit that. There you go. Yeah, you squeeze it in there. And that's what's so great about having all those abilities to sneak a car in there. And I mean, if you're able to shuffle and you know what you're doing, you can really maximize that trailer.
And honestly, it's not that hard to learn on these either.
Nice.
After a few loads, after you get going on it, even if you're first time, well, I won't say first time car hauler, but if you're fairly new to this particular trailer, it might only take you a month before you just look at the vehicles and know exactly where they go.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it, is that it's not overly complicated.
Right. No, it is. It's a sweet setup. So here's what we're going to do next. What we're going to do is I'm going to run another one of your beautiful ads. We're going to look at, we just saw a car hauler manufacturer. By the way, these videos I'm showing are available on your YouTube channel.
On our YouTube channel, and they are created by our wonderful friends at Big Market SEO, who also created that graphic there from my iPhone photo. So
nice.
We do get a lot of help from them, making everything look really, really good.
So there's your YouTube channel. Yeah, no, your YouTube channel looks great. So if you want to watch more of these videos, and I'm going to show, let's see, I just showed commercial hauler manufacturer. Now we're going to watch next generation anniversary 5-car hauler trailer. So here we go. I'm gonna cue that up, and I want you to stick around after the after you watch this video. We're gonna be joined by Brian at Sun Country Trailers and Ty at CTS Business Coaching. So I hope you'll stick around.
At Sun Country Trailers, we're committed to manufacturing durable car haulers that get the job done safely and efficiently. Our skilled team hand-builds each next-generation anniversary edition 5-car hauler using precision-cut parts for industrial strength and ease of loading, ensuring premium quality you can rely on. Its low-profile, star-punched flooring, hydraulic systems, and 3-point ratchet straps allow for safe and easy loading, while the tubed frame and powder coat finish provide unmatched durability. The angled curve at the front of this car carrier allows for more room in the first 2 positions. Designed for moving minivans, SUVs, and crossovers, the additional space also allows for more creative loading. There are a wide variety of optional upgrades to choose from, such as heavy-duty ramps, LED light packages, flip-out extensions, and more to create the perfect hauler for every job. Whether you're hauling regionally or nationally, low profile or high profile, trust Sun Country Trailers to go the distance. Learn more online at suncountrytrailers.com or give us a call at 866-887-2453.
All right, cool. So we're back, and Ty and Brian will be with us really soon. I'll tell you what we could do is, because I want to, there was one other video that I wanted to show. Pick one of those other videos while we got them joining us. We did commercial hauler, yeah, pick one of these other ones for me. Or I'll help you pick.
How about that hydraulic ramp?
Yeah, all right, that's
hey.
Sun Country Trailers continually strives to maintain our reputation as the most versatile car carriers in the industry. We offer 3 types of hydraulic rear ramps, including standard, heavy-duty, and wide-style heavy-duty options. The standard hydraulic rear loading ramp has been part of our production since we added hydraulics to our trailers and is designed to load typical daily drivers like sedans, pickups, and SUVs, with a weight capacity of approximately 5,500 pounds per axle. With a weight capacity of approximately 6,000 pounds per axle, the heavy-duty option is split into 2 sections on each side, allowing more tube steel to support the pouched flooring on each side, while the tube steel bar running the full length of the dovetail adds more structural support. During use, the ramps are extended, the air is dumped from the suspension, and we fill the airbags before retracting the ramps. The wide-style heavy-duty ramp is almost as wide as the trailer itself, with a weight capacity of approximately 7,000 pounds per axle, making it easier to load wider track vehicles as well as standard-sized cars. The lights are in the back of the ramp, and the small legs that drop out as it extends gives additional support to the ramp. Visit us online at suncountrytrailers.com or contact us at 866-887-2453 to learn more about our quality car haulers today.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good call. All right, so let's do this. Let me stop the share. So we got Brian here with us. Brian, can you see us and hear us okay?
I can. Can you hear me okay, Jay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good. Thank you. Thanks for joining the show. Eliza, thanks for coming back. So I now have 2 members of the Sun Country Trailers company with me tonight, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to do this.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
All right. So Brian, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and let's keep the conversation going.
Sure, absolutely. I am the president of Sun Country Trailers, which also includes Playcraft Trailers. I'm not sure if you guys talked about the company structure at all, but in addition to manufacturing commercial car carriers, we also manufacture a complete line of utility trailers, landscape trailers, hydraulic dump trailers, work trailers. So all of that manufacturing happens under the same roof, the same facility. And so Playcraft Trailers and Sun Country Trailers are part of the same family.
I appreciate that clarification. I did not know that. And so that actually helps a lot. So what's the website for that? Playcraft Trailers?
Playcraft Trailer.
Playcraft Trailer. And there's my fancy, I got my fancy mug here. So
where's yours, Ty?
Oh, Ty doesn't have his mug.
In the other room.
Exactly. Hey, welcome back. It's in the car. Hey, welcome back to the show, Ty. Thanks for joining us tonight. So this is great. I mean, I love that. Isn't this exciting, Ty, that we have Sun Country Trailers live on the show? Like, that's
a big deal.
That is a big deal. It's really neat to have you guys here with us.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So, all right, I've talked a lot, and Eliza has said quite a bit too. Who's got something else to add to this conversation? Because we're going to be here a while, so it's time to settle in. And have you had any questions? Or, Brian, is there anything special that you want to mention? Do you have any milestones or announcements? Oh no. Brian just winked out. Like, you know, just flip.
You scared him.
But I know, exactly. All right, so we're going to go with Ty. Yeah, no, I'm sure I'll be right back. All right, hey, Ty, I see you interacting in the chat. What's going on?
Yeah.
I know. I've got one for you, Eliza.
Sure.
Because I'm always telling everybody to call Eliza. So
yes.
The problem that I think that you need to clarify for some of our fans and me is what happens if I just have a 1-ton?
If you just have a 1-ton, oh yes, we talked about this. Again, we know we built heavy. What we have for the 1-ton truck are basically our 3-car haulers. So our wedge, our drop deck, and our low pro, if they decide they're just going to do cabin chassis. That 1/4-inch wall tube makes the trailers really durable. The thing is, it also makes them really heavy. So once we get into anything that's a true 4-car, you start looking at a lot of weight on the back of your truck. And the last thing we want is for anybody to have any kind of issue. So that's where we're at currently. There's always ideas going around. We're always listening to what our clients would like, what our potential clients would like, what our dealers would like. So we never know what's going to be coming down the pipeline, but currently just the way that we manufacture, those are pretty much your 3 options, is those ones that are sitting there under the 3-car hauler heading. Now, mind you, when we say it's a 53-foot trailer, that's 53 feet of usable deck space before you even look at flip out extensions. So you're not shy with what you can put on there. I'm still waiting for somebody to send me a picture of smart cars on our trailers.
Yeah, well, I can probably figure that one out. What was so you're saying the reason you can't put a 4-car behind a 1-ton is because the 1-ton doesn't have the ability to really pull
it doesn't have the axle weight, the suspension rating, and really the tire and wheel strength. For there, we get into medium duty trucks.
I got you. So what's a medium duty truck?
So like your 5, 6, 7 class, your 550, 650, 750.
Okay.
Bill says, what do they weigh when you say heavy?
The 4-cars are 12,500 pounds empty.
How about the 3?
That's the 3-cars are about 9,000.
Okay.
That's about the average.
5?
Yeah, the 5.
The 5s are what, Brian? Anywhere between 16 and 19-ish?
Yeah, the single axle 5-car starts at about 15,500 pounds. A tandem axle 5-car, loaded pretty well, can get upwards to 19,000 pounds.
And what are you recommending as the power unit on that, just to be specific?
Well, on the 5 car, I mean, it has to be a Class A truck because it's air ride, air brake capable, and it's a standard fifth wheel connection. Um, you know, on a tandem axle 5 car, I'd recommend a twin screw, so you can take full advantage of that 80,000 gross, 34 on the trailer, 34 on the drives of the truck, as well as the steers. If you're talking about a single axle 5 car, those are generally used mainly for hot shot type items, as well as some states like New Jersey allows for a 23,000 pounds of axle credit on the truck drive. So therefore, it gives you some options for the 5 car load. But generally, with a single axle 5 car, that's more of a regional carrier or smaller vehicle carrier, and you can get away with a single axle tractor on that.
Right.
So does the 4 car have the tandem axle, and the 5 car just has the single axle?
Yeah, generally it depends what type of trailer 4 car it is, but generally our most popular 4 cars are electric brake axles. So it would be built with either two 10Ks for a 20,000 GVW or two 12K axles for a 24,000 GVW. So it depends how it's spec'd out by the customer, and generally usually it's not the trailer axle that's the problem on the 4 car, it's the drive of the truck. And that's why Eliza made reference to generally on a 4 car, we're looking for a 5,500 or better, a 1.5 ton. Because if you take, like, for instance, a 1-ton Chevy 3500 HD, I can tell you that the axle load or the GVW on that axle is 9,750 pounds. So it doesn't take too much to exceed that.
Mm-hmm. That's half a car, basically, when you're doing the math. And I make it easy and say 50-50, because it always depends on where you're putting the vehicles. But you can easily be 50-50 on that weight distribution. So just start out with your 6,250 pounds just of the trailer weight alone. And then on top of that, you know, what's your average car weight, Jay?
4,000 maybe.
So you're already over just with one car there.
Just a sedan.
And yeah, and you're going to have at least 2 cars worth of weight, if not 2.5. So that's where we get into having issues with taking a curve at speed, having issues with being overweight at the scales, having issues with being able to stop at a red light in an emergency situation. And we'd rather everybody stay happy, healthy, and making money.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things I heard you say, Eliza, at the beginning of the conversation was, it was after the question that everybody asks. What was it? The second question? What was it? What was the second question?
I said, what was what is
I know, I'm trying to.
What is, what's the weight capacity of the Sun Country trailer?
Well, I like your answer. So tell us your answer again.
It really depends on what your business model is. It depends.
Whoa. So you take the time to actually find out what people's business strategy or model or plan is before you sell them a trailer? Absolutely.
That's the way Brian taught me.
Wow. I like the way Brian rolls. Good. Smart.
That's a good point.
Well, and that's part of the service that is imperative that we offer to the customer, is finding out not only what truck do they have, because that's part of the equation, but understanding what their business model is looking for. We want to be able to match them up with the proper trailer that's going to do the job as cost effective as possible for them, but most importantly, what the safest option is based on what they're looking to haul.
Yeah. So do people generally know the answer to your questions?
Sometimes they do, but a lot of times they don't, because what we find, especially in newcomers coming into the business, is a lot of times they have a truck, and heck, sometimes it's even their personal truck, and they're looking to put it to work. So while we have many customers that are seasoned auto hauler experts, we have our fair share of customers who are introductory into auto hauling, and by being able to talk to them and understand A, what equipment they have, and B, what they're going to be looking to haul, we can help them back into what's going to be right for them, what's going to be safe for them, and what's feasible.
Wow.
Or even I find what they might not know they don't know. And that's one of the reasons that you and Jay intrigued me, Ty, is because there's a lot of times I'm referring people to their nearest trucking association, their local trucking association, because where do you start? Who's going to sit there and help you figure out what you need? Who's going to tell you what you don't know?
Who's willing to take the hits and tell you?
Brian and I have had this conversation how many times do you think, Brian, about trying to help people figure out how to get their business started?
Oh, we have it often, but that's what it's funny, because if you think back over the years and you think about some of the relationships that are started by spending time with the customers, answering questions, helping to inform them and to educate them, some of those customers are now our best customers today.
Absolutely.
And it's a testament to watching them grow, not only their fleet, but their business, and many times their trucks and their equipment as well.
Oh yeah.
That's huge. And I'm glad that you guys said that, because I think that's important for our audience to know. You know, before you go out and spend any money on a trailer, you might want to do some homework, maybe.
Know how long you need to have your DOT number, need to know how, what the regulations are in the states that you're going in. I mean, there's a lot of things out there that make it complicated for a trucker, let alone an auto hauler. I mean, we've got our clients have a special complication. You're moving people's personal stuff. I mean,
well, and I want to add to, I know, like, we get constantly reminded that, okay, well, maybe we're pointing out too much negative stuff. Well, there's so much to know.
Well, and we're not trying to be pessimistic.
Yes.
We're trying to help you because we want you to make money. That's how you come back, and after as you're building your fleet, that's how you recommend us to your friends. I mean, if you're not making money, or if you're broken down every other week, that's definitely not something you're gonna share in a positive light, right?
No, and on top of that, the other thing, Ty, to answer your question, we build a car hauler a day. So we see car haulers leave every single day, all day, every week. And what we can't lose sight of is some of our customers, that a lot of them, they've been waiting months, if not years, to purchase this particular car hauler. They have a need, they have a use, and they have a business program behind it. And so while it's sometimes, we don't want to lose track of that, because we're building, watching car haulers come and go every single day. For our customer, in some cases, they've been waiting years for this car hauler. And this is really, really exciting for us, and it's important for us. And we never want to lose sight of that. Yeah.
Well, and that you guys make a quality trailer. I've had two over the years. Love them. Best thing I ever had. But I just think it's very admirable that you guys do take the time to talk to people, you're not just here pushing steel. You're helping people become aware and then providing them with a great trailer. By the way, I got a quick question. On your 3-car trailers, do they have the manual pull-out ramps, or do you have a hydraulic lever on your 3-car trailers?
On our 3-car hauler, depends what style it is, but generally on the electric brake trailers, while we do, standard is the manual pull-out ramps, but we have options to go to not just take the standard steel ramps, but we have a nice aluminum option that have the capacity of carrying 5,000 pounds per axle. Oh, and by the way, they're half the weight of the steel ramps. The only thing I want to point out is security with those aluminum ramps. They tend to grow legs. So always making sure customers understand
totally
that, whether it's, even if it's just a small bike lock, something to keep the honest, and make sure that those ramps are there at their next stop when they're getting ready to load or unload. Because I can't tell you how many times we've had people call, and doggone it, they're not missing 2 ramps, they're only missing 1.
Yeah.
And so it's difficult to load and unload car.
Yeah, and we can order them by the pair because we have them custom made.
Yeah, I've heard that one a couple times.
Yeah.
I wanted to read a couple of.
I feel terrible.
Oh, I know. It's just terrible all the way around.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy.
Yes.
It's awful. Mike Niekoff, he says, he's kind of a dispatcher, runs a company. He's got a fleet he works with. He runs 5 of the 5-car trailers, 3 tandem and 2 single axle. And he couldn't be happier. He switched over from Stingers. Versatile is an understatement, to say the least.
We love that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He's really happy. Let me read another one here, and let me do this.
Yeah, because I think there were a couple of questions we wanted to go back
exactly.
to.
All right, I wanted to hold off. Okay, so Phoenix Bro 1 asked, he's got 2 big questions. Does Sun Country have enclosed trailers?
No.
Right. I knew that was the answer to that one. I wanted to hold on, but we wanted to answer that, Phoenix Bro. So the answer is Sun Country does not have enclosed trailers.
Our specialty is open steel. We don't have the tooling for enclosed. Things can change, but probably not in the near future.
Okay.
I do have a hookup, though, so we can talk later.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. So if, in fact, so on that, if he wants to get specific, then he can email me or you. Can you be emailed?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to help him. Mm-hmm.
What's the email address, since we're here now talking about it? What's a good email address that he can email you?
Email address for getting a hold of us is info@suncountrytrailers.com.
suncountrytrailers.com. All right. And then the next thing would be, he says, he gets a little specific here. Some trailer manufacturers swear by channel iron, some I-beam, and you with rectangular tube for frame construction, which he also agrees is the best. How do you guys chime in on what you're using as your materials?
Well, tubular steel is our primary frame. Reason being is it does offer unparalleled strength, but also we have great access to tubular steel through mills. We buy directly from the tube mill, and they'll roll sizes and specifics just for us that we're looking to utilize in the construction of our various trailers. Additionally, Jay, one of the things we do is we run our wiring harnesses as well as our air lines, ABS lines, and everything in the tube from the front of the trailer back to the components, whether that be the ABS sensor kit, the various lights, and we feel like that's a good housing, a safe housing to keep all the lighting, the components, and the air lines. So it's not only structural that we're concerned about, but it also allows us to run all the things that keep the trailer running in a safe compartments where they're still accessible. We have areas where they're accessible, and things like heat and debris can't get at them.
You know, I'm glad you said that. I wanted to ask you, Brian, because we know Eliza she's in marketing and she also does sales support. But Brian, what's your title at Sun Country Trailers?
So I'm the president of Sun Country Trailers.
President, wow.
Charge of all operations and marketing and sales as well.
That's fantastic. And you're here with us. The president of Sun Country Trailers is here live with us tonight. And that is amazing. Right?
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Jay. When I heard we were talking about car haulers today, I didn't want to miss it.
Oh, man. So what's your day? What are your days like? I mean, you're right in the middle of all of this. And how long have you been there?
Well, I've been with Sun Country for the last 12 years. And we were relatively small. That was good. That was going back to 2007. We were a small shop in Central Phoenix, and that was right before things were things were going along at the beginning in 07, but I don't need to tell anybody what happened in 08 and 09, and things got a little bit slow. But that's what allowed us that downtime, a couple of years where there wasn't happening. It allowed us to develop some new products and take advantage of that opportunity, which some of those products today, like our 5-car carrier, is our most popular product out the door today. That was developed during the downturn because we had the time to do it. We had time with our employees and customers to garner feedback and look at building new products. So my day consists of obviously we have a lot of employees. We have about 91 employees.
I don't even know anymore.
Is it more than that?
I don't know.
In the shop, so I spend a lot of time in the shop because that's what fascinates me.
Right.
There's nothing better than a truckload of material, especially 40-foot tube, come in and see it transform into product that's going out the door. And that's what I spend a lot of time in the shop, but also as well as our office, because we not only have marketing events in the office and marketing programs we're working on, but we have 2 channels of sales. We have a dealer channel, which we have dealers throughout the country, wonderful dealers like Bailey Truck and Trailer in Jacksonville, Florida, Tech Equipment in Portland, Oregon. Many of you may know Jake at North American Truck and Trailer Sales. We have Southern California Tow Equipment, and even up in Alberta, Canada. So we spend a lot of time with our customers, and we spend a lot of time helping our customers understand our product so that they can better sell it, better represent it. And we spend a lot of time behind the scenes with our dealers as well, helping them with sales and product specs. So in a snapshot, kind of that's the day at Sun Country Trailers. There's no place I'd rather be. It's a wonderful place to do business. We're thrilled to be here in Phoenix, where I know Eliza had mentioned, we'd love for people to stop by, and we really do. We're situated 3 miles just south of Interstate 10. Interstate 10, obviously a major traffic road going east to west, in and out of Southern California. And we encourage people to stop by, come see us. We've always got product on the ground, from a 3-car, 4-car, 5-car. But more importantly, we're always available for parts and service if you need it as well.
That's awesome.
Do you do parts and service for all car haulers or just Sun Country?
All
We do parts and service for all car haulers. So we work extensively on Cottrell trailers, Boydston trailers. We work a lot on, I saw a Shipshawana trailer in the shop today. We do a lot with Take 3, Kaufman. So we are familiar with all the trailers. We carry a large selection of parts. For instance, one of the things that a lot of people don't know is these hydraulic cylinders that we produce, that we build on our trailers, are actually Cottrell trailers. So we have a lot of available cylinders in stock, but most importantly, being right in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona, which is a large demographic area, about 3.5 million people. We have a great outlet for supplies, and if it's a part we don't have, very likely we can find it pretty easily in our local market.
Cool. That's really good news. I think that'll come in handy for a lot of our guys running down there that need some trailer work.
To be honest, Ty, I don't think we've turned away any type of trailer at all.
Wow.
I seem to remember us doing a dump belly at one point too.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because we're getting a question about your other website. Now, I misspelled it. Craft
Trailer. So it's singular.
Singular. Okay, playcrafttrailer.com. All
Yes.
right. Wow, and there we are.
There you go.
Okay. So
I don't know if you see any similarity.
So so someone's asking a question. Can you talk more about Playcraft Trailer and what you got over there?
Sure, absolutely. So Playcraft Trailer, as I mentioned, is our utility line. We do not sell Playcraft direct. We have a very, very extensive dealer network for our Playcraft trailers throughout the Arizona, the Southwest, and into California and Oregon as well. Those trailers consist of as small as a 4x8 or a 4x6 open utility, all the way up to a 2-car carrier. They are all open carriers,
All steel, yeah.
Yeah, and we have all steel. Obviously, we have an opportunity to do a little bit of customization just on components, not necessarily on the frame. As you can see, we just passed through some of our large, wonderful dealers that we have.
Right in that scroll place. Go down a little bit, Jay. Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, to dealer, right? Okay, I'm a dealer.
Yeah.
Okay, dealer contact. Okay.
Go ahead
and on the Playcraft side, we build, depending upon the types of trailers we're building in a given week, anywhere from 12 to 15 trailers a day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they're smaller trailers.
At the same facility, everything's happening out of the Phoenix facility?
Everything's happening out of Phoenix.
Wow.
If you come to visit us and we take you around
That's what I was thinking.
Facility, we will show you. Yeah. So for those guys too that are still wanting to move stuff while they're waiting for everything to be legal to go commercial, Playcraft does have some nice single car haulers.
Yeah, here's your trailers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. And I want to point out one of the car haulers on there is what we refer to as a platinum car hauler. Because obviously we're a commercial car carrier, we have a large Roussel punch press machine. Obviously, we make the floors that we use on our car carriers. So we utilize those floors on our platinum car hauler so customers can tire strap right into the floor on the platinum car hauler, just like they would on their commercial car carrier. That's very unique in the utility trailer lineup. So it's a great option that we have to offer to our dealers and the end users.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jay, do you have any more questions? I've got one.
Yeah, what was funny was I was going to suggest we do another interview later on down the line for Playcraft trailers specifically, because they have a lot of models.
That is I mean, there's a whole, I agree with you. There's a whole nother interview here. I'm trying to figure out where to go. Wow.
Or two out of these. I kid you not.
I mean, we didn't even talk about any of this. This is awesome. You guys have so much going on.
I mentioned it. I mentioned it briefly at one of our conversations, but we've talked so much. And then earlier we kind of got sidetracked with Tesla and then old cars and So
wow. Okay.
The one that Brian's
here
talking
you go.
About
that's what I was trying to find. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and that is an option that they built in. So they have a lot more flexibility to customize these a little bit more with different options, different sizes, different widths, just because of the fact that they are working on a smaller scale.
Now, did Playcraft come about during that 2008-2009 period, or?
Yeah, it's funny that you asked that. So Playcraft did come about in 2008. They used to be down the street from us when we were building in downtown Phoenix. And I knew the owners, Johnny and his wife, and they were getting ready to just kind of close the doors. They had some real estate property, and they just didn't feel like fighting out the downturn. Mm-hmm. And kind of worked out a deal where we took on the Playcraft line. With that came obviously their phone number, some jigs, and a small customer base, and it's funny because there really wasn't too much going on. It was one of those things, Jay. It was the right opportunity at the right time. Yep. And we're super thrilled that we did do that because it has been a wonderful extension and to our product and our brand and our customer base. As a result, we're able to offer a lot more products, a lot more services, and this brand has just done wonderfully. We've got some great people working on the Playcraft side of the company, both in sales and the guys that build the trailers. And it became such a big demand. We started our own trucking company just so we could service our dealers with this particular brand.
I definitely understand what you're saying. I mean, a good brand extension is what almost every successful company is looking for, is how do I really move this into another area using the same skills and materials. I mean, it's amazing. And yeah, when you think of all of the vehicles out there, recreational vehicles that need transportation, yeah, this is awesome.
Well, in one of the markets that, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with it, but is the UTV market. So Can-Am, Polaris, Arctic Cat. It is one of the fastest growing markets in the segment of vehicles. And so, for instance, our standard car hauler right there, that's great for bringing your show car up to the mountains for the weekend show, but it's also great for hauling your recreational vehicles as well up to the mountains, up to sand dunes. Obviously, we've got Glamis and some of the others here along the California-Arizona border. So the list is endless. We're also very
racetrack.
Yeah.
You can
absolutely.
See.
Oh,
There's
man.
a car right there that we sponsor, Callie Kinsman. She's on the Lucas Oil series. So there's various options, and so therefore the customer base for this particular type of trailer is far reaching.
Much more diverse. And I mean, even our car haulers, what are they doing on their weekends?
Hauling cars.
Right.
Their own babies, right?
But if they weren't working, right, then they'd be hauling their own.
If they're not working, maybe they're going up to the car show. Maybe, they're taking their baby. Maybe they're going out to the dunes.
I've got another question for you. And I know we got to be careful with this one, but I always have a lot of people that I talk to that really want a different trailer. I won't use any names. How's that?
Thank you.
So how do different trailers compare? Let's do this. Could you help me help the people that I talk to? Why would a different trailer maybe not be a good idea or a good idea? Competition.
Sure.
I know
Let me start with that. On the car hauler side, obviously the Sun Country trailers, we're low pro carriers. Okay, so we tend to we kind of came about from working with the specialty vehicles and the specialty loads. That's kind of where we got our start. Oversized, over height, and at least in one direction, and it gives you obviously the opportunity to have nice backhauls. But that has always been our point of differentiation, is on the 3, 4, and 5 car carriers to be able to service that specialty market. Reason being is when we're working with those customers, we know that those are lanes that they were traveling. So most of our trailers that we have built to date tend to service that market well. From there, as far as what makes one trailer or has different options and different things that customers like, for us, it's about safety. Being a low pro carrier, our trailers are very low to the ground. All the decks come down flat. And so therefore it's a very safe trailer to operate, not only walking on it. And I'm sure you've heard a lot of customers or a lot of car haulers you've heard over the year, they develop things like shoulder problems and neck problems because they're always working above their head. That's our carriers. You don't have to. So you'd be surprised at how many people who have hauled on Stinger steers their whole career, and they're wonderful trailers and have done great with them. They're either downsize or maybe adjust what they're building so they don't have to maybe do as much climbing. Those are some of the differences that our trailer offers versus some of the others on the market.
I know.
And some of us in our older age get arthritis and can't really climb as well as we used to. So that's very helpful too. As far as any of this though, I would even offer that there really isn't a competition. I think we all offer something different. We're not trying to compete with the other markets. We're in a different market. Everybody has their areas that they work. Brian always talks about, the lanes that people are working, and that's pretty much what it is. It depends on what your business model is. It depends on what your plans are for the near future, say the next 2 to 5 years. And that's kind of where we start the conversation. Again, going back and learning what the client is looking for. Some manufacturers build lighter trailers. There are clients for that. There are people that are looking just to move subcompact and compact cars. That's all they're moving. A lighter trailer is definitely going to help them do that. doing a lot more of those all at once, that's fantastic, and some people want to be able to take one big load from one side of the country to the other, and you have similar loads, and they can do that, and that's great. And some people want to take all kinds of crazy stuff all over the place. So, and that's where we fit in.
You were mentioning,
I'm sure you know the numbers in the car hauler industry. It's not a huge piece of the pie when it comes to overall trucking. So the drivers, the customers, companies, they tend to know who the players are pretty well when it comes down to who to go to for the next auto hauler. And you would be, and you probably know this, but there's just a lot of us car hauler manufacturers work together and have for years. For instance, Sun Valley Trailers here in Phoenix, they make wonderful 6, 7, 8 car carriers. We do a lot of work back and forth with Sun Valley carriers. Also, just today alone, we had a representative from Cottrell at our facility. I mentioned earlier that we utilize their cylinders in our trailers, and we have a wonderful working relationship with both of those manufacturers.
Wow. Well, there's one other thing here that I've always thought was interesting. This overhang law.
Oh.
Sorry. Let's hear it, Eliza.
It's a sticky one. Which law?
Well, here's the problem I have. I would suspect that an organization like you has to adhere to some kind of regulatory something.
Mm-hmm.
Federal.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell us a little bit about that.
Federal law has, they have great diagrams on the FMCSA about how to differentiate between one type of truck and another, and where their overhang is with numbers and everything.
And what is that? Somewhere around like 49?
Yeah, so the overhang, so far as I understand it, is 4 feet over the truck and 3 feet behind.
Yeah, but
the trailer. Yeah.
Where this becomes a little bit muddied up is, yes, you've got Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration and the laws that they publish, but every state has the ability to do their own laws. And even at that, laws are only as good as the individual enforcing it. And there's a lot of inconsistencies when it comes to that. So, the best thing I can say, and I think most of the guys know, kind of be aware of those lanes that you travel. I could rattle off a couple states, but I'm not going to do it of where I'd probably be a little bit more careful than others. But, so we just encourage our customers to talk to their peers. And, the best place that these guys get all their information is when they're loading and they're right next to another trailer or another truck and trailer. The amount of information that these guys share with each other, they do a lot of talking. They've got a lot of camaraderie in the auto hauling side of the business. So we do encourage them to know the areas where they're traveling because we don't know them all. We have a good idea of where some things are a little bit more tolerable than others, but more importantly, laws do change, and individuals who are enforcing the laws, that changes as well. So it's just not a consistent answer to overhang. I do know what Federal Motor Carrier publishes, and I think it is exactly what Eliza said, but just because you can have overhang doesn't mean a particular state's going to allow it.
Yeah.
Now, Ty, do you have a better answer for us, maybe? I mean, what would you tell somebody that you were?
Well, I would say probably pretty close to what Brian said, which is I leave a lot of exits in case somebody comes back and tries to.
we try to be honest, but yeah.
The reason I brought it up was because I think it just shows the absurdity of our government or our laws or our truckers, what we have to deal with as a whole, where you've got a manufacturing company that makes a great product that we can't use to its maximum capacity. And that to me is really always a very frustrating thing, not from a trailer manufacturer. I love your guys' trailer. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Get guys in here again. And that's where I really appreciate how you guys invest the time, take the time to get to know the client, right? Mm-hmm. And even, hey, watch your lanes.
Yeah. And Ty, the other thing is we're also involved, and I think you guys are aware of the AHA, the Auto Haulers Association of America. It's a wonderful outlet for auto haulers. But one of the things I was going to point out about AHA is so they work with some lobbying groups that are lobbying on behalf of not only auto haulers but truckers in general in this particular category. And probably one of the most noteworthy success stories that came from some of the lobbying on behalf of auto haulers is the introduction of the 80-foot Stingers.
Yeah, yeah, and those are awesome. We like those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think so. Is it safe to say, because I do talk to a lot of people, I do try to encourage people to get serious about business, and I talk about business plan, business strategy, and the way I kind of describe the Sun Country is more along these lines. If you're really serious about hauling cars, you should step into the Sun Country. If you want to entry, I call this the entry level, which it's not by any means. I mean, the 5 that I see them all day long in the transport parking lot. I'm like, wow, you can't put that 5 on a Stinger. No way. Good luck. Well, maybe you could with 80 foot.
Right. But one of the things for some of the larger companies that generally run Stinger steers, what we have found is quite a few of them will carry some of our trailers because they become obviously they become niche trailers for them. Let's say they're doing ProMaster vans or Mercedes Sprinter vans or the Ford Transits, but also it becomes a wonderful tool and a wonderful trailer for teaching and bringing new people into the category because to run a full Stinger steer is incredibly complicated. It's a lot of skill, and those guys are
amazing when they do it fast.
Yeah. Well, and you said a good point, Brian, and I hadn't thought of that one, but you're absolutely right. It is an incredible trailer to learn on because just like Eliza, I think was saying a minute ago, you can touch everything from the ground. And I mean, you teach a guy, this is how you do it, how you load it. It is. I mean, they're incredible trailers.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example. I mean, everybody knows Jack Cooper. They're one of our great customers, and they use a couple of our trailers in the Indiana market for that, as does JMN Hall in St. Louis. So we've got, you'd be surprised, there's quite a few of our trailers that are, even if they predominantly don't run low pro carriers or do oversized specialty loads, they're using a few of the trailers for those opportunities when they arise, but also for training and development purposes.
You know what's cool too is if you're tuned in right now and you wanted to learn more about Sun Country trailers and getting a 3 or 4 or 5 car, you're getting that, but you're also getting this industry perspective. And I like that you guys are really bringing that, because I'm big on that. I always want to think of industry perspective, and you're bringing that. I love that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. As a matter of fact, we use the term tribal knowledge.
Tribal knowledge, yeah. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Before I forget too, I also want to mention, I think Eliza, you were saying how these trailers retain value after you've used them.
Yes.
That's really...
Yeah, I mean, a few of the models for sure, but the majority of our car haulers do retain their value for quite a bit longer. And I think part of it is due to the fact that we are a niche company. We only do the 3 to 5, and we do them in a specific way, but also that durability. I mean,
the durability. I
know of a couple of carriers that are still running their Sun Country trailers hard, and it's been 20 years since they purchased their trailer, and they're still running. One of them's out on the East Coast.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, that's
to follow up on that. That is a wonderful feature, and we've got a great dealer and a great customer in Middle America in Missouri at Sandcrest, and that has been one of their biggest nods to the trailer. Not only does it perform, which we appreciate all that they do with the trailer, but also they're on a pretty good regimen for moving their trailers, moving into new trailers, and the level of value that they get out of the trailers at that particular period, their predetermined period, whether it's 3 years, 4 years, is quite good, and that's something that I have talked with the folks at Sandcrest about, and they've given us very, very good feedback as to how it's perceived in the industry on the second market and how they're able to move them and make way for new equipment.
That's awesome. And, I wanted to, since you've shown a spotlight on Sandcrest there, I was going to ask you, in the network that you build of the dealerships, how many cities do you have dealers or distributors or locations where folks can go and take a look? Do you have a list of cities on the, you keep in mind, or?
Well, if you look on the map, it does show where our dealer network is. And I would say just about all of our dealers are what we would call stocking dealers, with the exception of Southern California Tow Equipment. And that's because they just flat out don't have the room. They are right in the middle of Anaheim. And so space is tight.
Yeah, there's no room in Anaheim.
Yeah, especially Sandcrest. Sandcrest always has trailers on the ground. Bailey Truck and Trailer in Florida always has trailers on the ground. And so we kind of are nicely, as does Tech Equipment and North American Truck and Trailer, we're sporadic throughout the country. But what you can always count on is if you're coming down I-10 through Arizona, even if you're working with a dealer, that's great. They're all part of our family. We can get you, whether it's through the dealer in their local facility, or if you happen to be in Phoenix, we'll be able to point you to the direction of what you're looking for, or back to your dealer. But we'll get you the information you need. There's nothing like touching your hands on the product and being able to kind of see, feel, and touch, because that spurs questions. It spurs opportunities and ideas.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, and there it is. You see you're in Phoenix off I-10, but if for some reason you're never out that direction, you just don't work the Southwest, if you run more of the 95 corridor, you at least have the ability to visit a dealer and see one, unless that is you're in the transport parking lot and you're rolling around with Ty and you're talking about the weights and and there you are, then you can see one up close and see somebody with one loaded. But if you just don't have that ability, let's say you're new and you want to go to a dealer, that you have that option. I think that's really cool.
I've got one more question real quick.
Yes.
I've had a couple of guys ask me, but do you do any kind of short-term rental? My trailer's broke, I need one for a couple months. Do you do lease? How do you guys operate? Buy it and
well, honestly, we really focus on production. We're focused on manufacturing right now, and I think Brian mentioned earlier, it takes a few months for us to get from deposit to actual completion of the trailer, to where they're picking up or having a transport company come pick up the trailer. And I think until we either move that up or go into some other areas, that's going to be our main focus. Mm-hmm. So renting a trailer or leasing a trailer is not one of those things we do right now. The only companies that I know of are in LA that do anything like that as well. And I think that's mostly for the movie industry. Do you know of anybody that does it, Brian?
No, I don't. But Ty, that is not something we offer today, but I will tell you, we have discussed it a little bit, not necessarily in the way of new trailers, but when people bring in their trailer for service, and the last thing they need to be is down. Okay, if it's a day job, that's usually not a big thing. But if parts or if it's a particular service that's going to take a while, or if it's a refurb, which is a full strip the trailer down, sandblast, top coat and build it back up. That can be up to a week. So while we don't have anything today established for that, it is something that actually myself and our parts and service manager, Ben, what we were actually talking about last week as the potential for an option. So I wouldn't rule it out.
Cool. That's good. Good information. Thank you.
Don't rule a lot of things out, because we've just seen so much growth over the last few years, and we're doing things today we didn't think we'd be doing 7 years ago. So things always change.
Well, it's a really cool story, especially I didn't know the part about Brian coming in around 7 and then 2008 and 9. Anybody that was around knows that was tough. So really cool story, Brian, and thanks for sharing that too. I mean, it's good to see good things can come out of bad times.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, you know, it certainly was tough times. We would pick up the phone to make sure there was a dial tone. It really opened to focus on other areas we're working in, and things that we probably wouldn't have had the time to do or taken the time to do, not only to do it in our shop, but garner feedback from customers, because it becomes a collaborative effort. And that particular time frame, as bad as it was, it did open those doors, and we're very thankful for that.
Yeah, that's great. Great story. It really is.
That is. I'm checking to see if there were, I mean, here's a question. Do you have any solutions for keeping the oil warm and cold weather conditions for self-contained trailers? Just a question out there.
Yeah, that's a very good question, and certainly in cold weather, can be a problem. There's no doubt about it. There's two things to mind. First is if you operate in cold weather predominantly more than you do in warm weather, or if you're way north, obviously you might want to consider doing a PTO on your truck. We can build the trailer to accept the PTO on the truck, and we can even build the trailer to be self-contained and PTO, accept the PTO on the truck. And the PTO runs off of the transmission on the truck, so therefore it does stay warm, and that will usually take care of viscosity issues in those colder climates. Another thing that we do recommend to customers, and this is it's a small option, it doesn't add a lot of extra dollars to the trailer, but adds a ton of value, is on the self-contained trailers to do a second battery. So you've got twice the cold cranking amps, that 12-volt power on the trailer. So that is another way to combat some of the viscosity and to keep cylinders moving in cold weather. And then finally, think about the fluid you want. Our standard fluid in the hydraulic trailers is a 32-weight hydraulic oil. We do have options to do a thinner oil like an ATF fluid, and in some rare cases, we've been able to source aviation hydraulics, hydraulic oil, which that one's pretty expensive, but obviously works very, very well in the cold weather. So there's three ideas to think about when it comes down to, how do I combat cold weather? Viscosity is killing me. It's killing my battery. It's making my decks run slow and therefore hurting my productivity. Those are three different things that customers can think about and three things we can help them with.
And that is, exactly the answer I would give if we're talking about a new trailer. If you're currently running a Sun Country trailer and you have not switched over to ATF, then that's definitely something you can do. It's not something that you have to start out with. You can start out with half and half if you want, or you can do a complete oil change and put that ATF fluid in there, change out your filter, just because it probably hasn't been done in a while. And that will help you out a lot too. The really cool thing about ATF is that it does have additives in it, and that helps it so that it doesn't gel up. So it might slow down a little bit, but it's not going to be like that 32 weight.
It's awesome. What I was going to say is if you've got more questions like that, you can always go, as we were talking about earlier, you can head to the main website, and you're going to go to suncountrytrailers.com, and you can email info@suncountrytrailers.com, and the phone number 866-887-2453. And if folks have more questions along those lines, then go ahead and contact you, and right?
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how many other areas of in-depth you could go into. There's got to be so many. What were you going to say, Ty?
Well, if I'm an audience member, I'm watching this, I'm dying to know one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just ballpark me, how much do these things cost that we love so much? Can we do that?
Sure, we can certainly do that, and really it depends on the size of trailer you're looking for and what type of truck you're pulling with. So let me ballpark a wedge style electric brake trailer. You're probably going to be in the $19,000 to $22,000 range, given the type of options you have. If you're going to step up to a single axle 4-car carrier with a lift and tilt, you're probably going to be in the high 30s. If you get into a single axle 5-car carrier, you're going to be in the mid 40s. Again, this variation depends on what options you're looking for and how you're going to build that out. And a tandem axle 5-car carrier built out well with all the bells and whistles that allow you to really do the big stuff, you're going to be in the high 60s.
Cool. All right. That's good.
Yeah,
Hey, and I noticed one other thing I saw the other day. I saw one of your trailers that had the front axle lifted.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Oh, I loved it. That was awesome. I was like, whoa, look at that.
Yeah, that was.
Well, Ty, we have a lot of customers. We will get those orders for two different reasons. One, some people are doing light loads sometimes on the return, so therefore it helps to be able to lift the front axle through the air inflation system. It allows them to obviously keep wear and tear down on that front axle, but also we have a lot of customers that travel some toll roads, and as you guys know, some of those toll roads can be pretty pricey, and tolls are a function of the number of axles you have on the ground. Therefore, I think I don't know the actual number, but I think I heard across like the GW Bridge at in the New Jersey, New York area, it's about $80 for an 80,000-pound semi across there. So if you can take an axle off the ground, you're saving a little bit there, and it becomes throughout the year, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, it's an option that might be able to pay dividends very quickly.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Good call.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. It was really just, I still got goosebumps. They haven't gone away yet.
Man. I mean, that's awesome. I can't wait to do the follow-up show about Playcraft.
Oh yeah.
This is awesome. So
yeah, we got lots to talk about with Playcraft, and we'd love to provide some of our Playcraft experts to talk to you.
Cool.
Sure.
And by the way, next week, my understanding is we're going to meet Ben, the service manager.
Yeah, he's super excited.
Oh, awesome. So we're going to have Ben on the show, and then we're going to see who else we're going to have on the show, but we're definitely going to, next week, we're going to continue the conversation about Sun Country Trailers. So I want to thank you guys so much for joining me tonight and sponsoring Auto Transport Intel through the month. And by the way, speaking of AHA, we're going to be at AHA. 3 of the 4 of us, I think, on the screen right here. Eliza, you're going to AHA?
I'm going to AHA.
All right. And then so the 3 of us are going to be there. And then we're also going to have a 4th mystery guest.
Ooh.
Whoa. And we're going to talk more about Auto Transport Intel and the auto hauler community, etc. So really exciting. But thank you guys so much for your time tonight. I know it's valuable, and I've kept you long enough, so I'm going to let you go.
Thank you for the invite.
Yes, thank you for having us, and hopefully I did all right. I've never done a Zoom call before, so this is my introductory thing, and it looks like next time I need to work on my background lighting, but hopefully I did all right.
I'm telling you, it was great. This is great information. This was a great show, and there's so much more information, but you've put it out there that if
all night.
Yeah, if you want to get specific, let's do that. If you want to talk about business, let's do that. info@suncountrytrailers.com, and then the phone number, visit the website, suncountrytrailers.com. So thank you guys so much, and have a great night. We'll be talking to you soon.
Great. Thanks for all you do.
All right. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Eliza.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to end that meeting here. And then I'm going to go back here. And then I'm going to, let's see here. Oh, I've got to make a setting change here. And hopefully, boom, we're back. And you guys, I mean, wow, Sun Country Trailers, that's some awesome information. And what an awesome company. And it's neat that we get to see them firsthand. You guys can still hear me okay? Yes. And, yeah, in fact, I hope it's not too loud. I hope I get a little loud, but I do have this microphone. This is what's making the audio so much better these days, and I really appreciate that. So if you have questions for Sun Country Trailers, now you know who to contact. There's Eliza and there's Brian, and they are in Phoenix, and you can go to info@suncountrytrailers.com. Go to the website, suncountrytrailers.com, and then there's the 800 number, 866-887-2453. And do me a favor, please. Please tell them that Auto Transport Intel sent you, that you saw them on Auto Transport Intel, and that it was because of watching Auto Transport Intel that you learned so much more about them, and you're dying to learn more and talk to them, and you need their help. And that they have, I mean, they've got a really high quality trailer, and something that will retain its value and won't be broke down all the time. Obviously, it might have a higher price tag, but give them a call, see how they can help you. And you guys in the live chat, you know, I really appreciate you asking questions and chiming in. And it's been really great. So we're at the 10 o'clock. We're over 10 o'clock. Oh, we're 5 minutes over because I've turned this. It's now a 2-hour show. So let me just say this to you guys. You know that whether you're a car shipping customer or an auto transport broker or a car hauling dispatcher or a vehicle shipping company or a car carrier service provider, that your home is Auto Transport Intel. This is the car hauling business channel. This is where car shippers and car haulers can work together. If you're looking for auto transport business coaching, you need an insurance rate quote, you're looking for a truck, a trailer, you've got trucking tax questions, you need a fuel card, you need a DOT strategy. You need to set up your new MC Authority. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. The network keeps growing, and I can help get you in touch with the right folks to help you with your questions and your service needs so you can stay on the road, staying busy, building your business. And, you know, if you've got a business question, you want to talk to Ty, ctsbusinesscoaching.com. Again, just send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. And as always, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Just comment below. Hit that like button. You can share this video with your friends. You know somebody that's looking at trailers? Go ahead and send them the Sun Country Trailers show. This is episode 80 in a row, Tuesday nights live on Auto Transport Intel, where you can learn car shipping. You can watch Auto Transport Intel, the car hauling business channel. Listen, I'm out of here. I'm going to start up that car hauler. Thank you so much for joining me again on a Tuesday night. It really means a lot, and I appreciate you being part of the core. And I'll see you again next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. You guys take care until then, and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for your time.